Welcome back to JavaScript class for beginners. Today we are going to be looking at variable. On our previous class, we look at JavaScript output. So today we are looking at JavaScript variables. What do we mean by variable? Variable are container that can store single or multiple value. So when you are declaring a variable, we write it as var. So from the screen, you can see that we have var a to the algebra. Now, a there is the identifier. So it's the a that is working with the variable, which is the identifier, and is holding the value algebra. Now, what are the rules that you need to know when you are declaring a variable? First, your variable can contain a letter, variable can contain digits, and variable can contain underscore, and it can contain dollar sign. And when you are declaring a variable, it must actually start with letter. So when you are declaring a variable have to start with letter. And when you are declaring variable, you can use sensitive words that are meant for JavaScript. So you can't declare a variable with words that are what are meant for JavaScript. Then another thing you need to know when you are declaring a variable for your identifier is that they are case sensitive. So what does that mean? It means that var capital letter A is different from var small letter. So let's quickly look at some example. So the very first thing that we are going to do is that we have to declare our JavaScript by opening the script tag. Like I said, I've explained this one before. You can declare your script tag anywhere within your HTML page, within the body and the head tag. So let's open the tag. So let's declare a variable called a var a. So var a should store a value 300, and let's declare another variable called b, and it should store a value, let's say 500, isn't it? So let's perform some arithmetic operation here. So let's declare a variable called c, right? So we are still going to be discussing about data type. Then let's declare this variable c to perform simple operation here, like a plus b, right? So now we are going to output the results. So how do we go about it? At first, we are going to declare a paragraph that is going to show this. So let's declare a paragraph p, and let's give an id. So let's declare a paragraph and give an id. So let's say the id is calculate. So let's close the paragraph. Then let's come here and input our JavaScript output. So we're actually going to be using documents.getElement by id. So that is what we are going to be using as our JavaScript output. So now, what is the id? So we are going to open a parenthesis here. So let's open our parenthesis there and put the id. And the id from our paragraph is what? Is calculate. So the id from our paragraph is calculate, isn't it? So dot inner html, so dot inner html, so which is equal to what? Which is equal to the c, then we are done. So that is it. Let's preview our script. So let's go to our Chrome and preview the script. So you can see that we have 800 here. So with our JavaScript, we will be able to what? Add the two value of 500 and 300. So that is for the variable. Variable are container that can store values. So they can store single values